Good morning, everyone. Today we'll start Sharirasthana. Okay. So there are 8 chapters in Sharirasthana. The first chapter is Katida Purushiya Sharira. Katida Purushiya Sharira. So here the chapter starts with the interaction between Punarvasatreya and Agnivesha. Total 23 questions have been asked by Agnivesha. Mark it, total 23 questions. Shloka number 16. कादया चेतना षष्ठः धातवः पुरुषः स्मृतः चेतना धातु अपि एकः स्मृतः पुरुषसंज्ञकः. So at first, what is purusha made up of? Okay, made up of is panchamahabhuta plus atma, shad dhatu. Okay, panchamahabhuta and chetana, total shad dhatus. So chetana shashta. So there it is given for chetana shashta, chetana along the atma along with manas has to be considered. Okay, and panchamahabhuta sharira, so which is having indriyas also in it. So 6 dhatvatmaka purusha. So it is considered as chikitsa purusha. Okay, shaddhatmatmaka purusha is also called as chikitsa purusha. So next is shloka number 17. So dhatu bedena chaturvimshatika purushaha. Dhatu beda, that is 24 tattvas, chaturvimshatihi mano dashendriyani artaha prakritischa ashtadhatuki. So manas 10 indriyas, okay, 5 vishayas, mano vishayas, then 8 dhatu, ashtadhatu. So in further we'll be discussing 16 vikaras and 8 prakriti, which are there like that. Okay, 24 tattvas, avyakta, mahat, ahankara, then panchatanmatra, panchajnanendriya, panchakarmendriya, manas, then pancha mahabhuta. 24 tattvas, mana 10 indriyas, 5 vishayas and 8 dhatu. So ali ashtadhatuki is very very important. Ashtadhatu or ashta prakriti, it is khadi, pancha mahabhuta, sorry, not pancha mahabhuta, it is pancha tanmatra, khadi, panchaka, buddhi, avyakta, ahankara, ashta prakriti. Okay, pancha tanmatra, avyakta, buddhi and ahankara, or mahat and ahankara, 8 are called as ashta prakriti. Okay, so in this order at first they have explained about manas, mana and dashendriyani. So manas has been explained at first. Shloka number 18 and 19, very very important. Lakshana of manas, jnanasya bhava and abhava. Jnanasya bhava and abhava. And guna of manas are to anutva and ekatva. Anutva and ekatva. Okay. Next is mano vishaya, very very important. Shloka number 20. Chintya, vicharya, uhya, dhyaya and sankalpa. 5 mano vishayas are 5 in number. Chintya, vicharya, uhya, dhyaya and sankalpa. ಏನು ಹೇಳಿ? ಮನೋ vishayas andre the processing, how manas does processing of the knowledge. It does in 5 forms: chintya, vicharya, uhya, dhyaya and sankalpa. So yat kinchit manaso jnayam tat sarvam hi arthasanyakam. So whatever sukha dukkadi, all processing happens, everything is from manas anta helidare. So see, chintya, the commentary is very very important there. Chintyam kartavyataya akartavyataya va yan manasa chintyate. So which I have to do or not do, chintana. You are thinking whether to do or not to do, that is chintya, kartavyataya akartavyataya ya yan manasa chintyate. So vicharya means vicharyam upapatti anupapattibhyam yad mrishyate, vimrishyate. Upapatti hetu, so that is, so fine, next once you think on that, so whether I have to furtherly have to do it or not, considering its positive and negative pros and cons. So that is vicharya, vicharana. Third one is uhya. Uhyam chayat sambhavanaya uhyate. Uhyam chayat sambhavanaya uhyate. So based on that vicharana, so probability whether it is good or it is bad. If I do like this, it happens like this. If I do like this, it will not happen. Natara uhya. Dhyeya is bhavana jnana vishaya. Important. Dhyeya is bhavana jnana vishaya. So that means vichara. Arthat vichara. Sankalpyam gunavattaya doshavattaya. So finally, gunas and doshas. Considering the final pros and cons, so you are deciding, yes, I'll do this, I'll not do this, like that. Sankalpyam gunavattaya doshavattaya va avadharana vishayam. Finally, what you consider. So all these forms of processing done by manas. So though the sense organ comes in contact with the object, so the decision takes place in these 5 forms: chintya, vicharya, uhya, dheya, and sankalpa. Finally, you won't decide. You undergo with all these processes, then the manas takes the decision. So these 5 are the vishayas of manas: chintya, vicharya, uhya, dheya, and sankalpa. So before that, jnanasya bhava abhava. So that also depends on manas. Jnanasya bhava abhava anta helidrenu. So whether to gain the knowledge or not to gain the knowledge. You want to gain the knowledge or not to gain the knowledge. See, when the sense organ comes in contact with the object, manas decides whether I want to process the knowledge or not. That is jnanasya bhava and abhava. So manasigal interest illa andre it won't consider that. So manavishas are 5: chintya, vicharya, uhya, dheya, and sankalpa. Yes, next line again very very important. Karma of manas: indriya abhigraha, karmaha manasah swasya nigraha, uho vicharascha. Okay, indriya abhigraha, mano nigraha, uha, and vichara. So uhya, it is both for the vishaya and karma, both they have given. So underline that. ततः परं बुद्धिः प्रवर्तते. Indrabhigraha karma manasah swasya nigraha. So controlling of the self and also control of the sense organs. Uho vicharascha tatah param buddhihi pravartate. So later the manas decides and then it transfers it to buddhi, buddhi tattva. Okay, 4 karmas are there. Yes. Next is shloka number 24. So indriyas are panchabhautika, to say that. So according to Ayurveda or Charaka, indriyas are panchabhautika in nature, but according to Sankhya Darshana, indriyas are ahankarika in nature. Ekaikadika yuktani khadinam indriyani tu panchakarmanumeyani ebhya buddhihi pravartate. So each sense organ is predominant with the mahabhuta. So that's how they grasp Shabdasparsha Ruparasa Gandha Tanmatra. So indriyas are panchabhautika according to Charaka. Okay. So according to Sankhya, it is ahankarika. Barkondra. Next, Karmendriyas they have given Hasta, Pada, Buddha, Upastha, and Vagindriya. So the karmas they have given Pada, Gamana Karmani, Payu, Upastha, Visargartha, Hasta, Grahana, Dharana. Underline that. Pada for Gamana, Payu, Upastha for Visarga, excretion, and Hasta, Grahana, and Dharana. Jihva is Vagindriya, to speak Satya and Anrita. If you speak Satya, it is Jyotihi, Tama is Anrita. Okay, if you speak untruth, it is leading to Andhakara, Tama. So Mahabhutas, the reference here, they have given 5 Mahabhutas, shloka number 27. Mahabhutani Khamvayuhu Agnirapaha Kshitisthatha. So Charaka explained Manas first, later Jnanendriyas, he told that Utpatti is taking place from Panchamahabhutas, then Karmendriyas, now Panchamahabhutas. The Shabda Sparsha Rupam cha Rasogandhascha Tadgunaha. The shloka number 28. So Bhutanu Pravesha. So each Mahabhuta gets merged into the another, and finally Prithvi Mahabhuta gets all the 5 qualities. तेषामेक गुणा पूर्वे गुणवृद्धि परे परे पूर्व पूर्व गुणस्यैव क्रमशो गुणिश्च स्मृता. At first Akasha is formed, so it will be predominant with Shabda, Tanmatra, later Vayu, which has Shabda and Sparsha. Likewise, when we come to Prithvi, it is Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa and Gandha, Tanmatra. All the 5. Okay, so underline those 2 shlokas, 27 and 28. Okay, shloka number 29. So very, very important. Asadharana Lakshana of Panchamahabhutas. खर द्रव चल उष्णत्वं भूजल अनिल तेजसां आकाशस्य अप्रतिघात दृष्टं लिंगम यथाक्रमम. So the 5 Mahabhutas and asadharana lakshana of each. For Khara for Prithvi, shloka number 29. Drava, Jala, Chala for Vayu, Ushna for Agni, then Akasha Apratigata. Underline that. Apratigata, Apratihananam, Asparshatvam iti. Apratihanana and Asparshatva. So there is no sparsha and also there is no obstruction. That is which is almost spread over. Okay. That is the meaning for Apratighata, which is the quality of Akasha. Apratighataha, Apratihananam, Asparshatvam iti. Okay, there is no avarodha. So 5 qualities, asadharana lakshana, very, very important. Yes, lakshanam sarvametat sparshanendriya gocharam. So all these lakshanas are sparshanendriya grahya. Underline the term. So khara, drava, chala, ushnatva and apratigatva of these asadharana lakshana of these Panchamahabhuta is sparshanendriya grahya. So jnana, this jnana can be obtained by especially through the sparshanendriya. Yes, next shloka number 31. So arthaha shabdadayo jneya gochara vishaya gunaha. So artha indriyartha, the synonyms gochara vishaya guna. So all the 24 tattvas they are explaining in detail. Okay, so here shabdadayo arthaha refers to Mahabhutas or Tanmatra. Indriyarthas. Artha ileno Shabdasparsha Ruparasa Gandha. So it is also called as Gochara, Vishaya and Guna. Yes. So next, importance of Buddhi they have given. So what is the Buddhi? What is the role of Buddhi in processing of Jnana? Yes. So shloka number 33, 34 they have given, see. So one simile they have given, Anguli Angushta Talajasya Tantri Veena Nakodbhavaha Drishtaha Shabdo Yatha Buddhihi Drishta Sanyogaja Tataha. See, Ali, so when Indriya comes in contact with the object, so Manas decides, that is called as Manojava Buddhi. So Manas decides and it will transfer the knowledge to Buddhi Tattva. So like when you ಪುಟ್ಟ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಲಾಪ್ ಹೊಡೆದಾಗ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಂಗುಲಿ, ಅಂಗುಷ್ಟ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ತಲ. ಇನ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ ವಿದೌಟ್ ಬುದ್ಧಿ, ಸೊ ದ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಟು ಆತ್ಮ. Okay, so even in the veena tantra, so when you play the guitar, so there should be coordination with the thread and the fingers, then only you get the knowledge. In the same way, buddhi also plays a major role there to transform the knowledge from manas to the atma. Okay, ya indriyam ashritya jantohu buddhi pravartate yati sa tena nirdesham manasacha manojava ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So from indriya, the objects are grasped through manas, so that is called as manojava. Manobuddhi, it is called as manobuddhi. So in the panchaka you have seen, no? So shrotraja buddhi, granaja buddhi, chakshusha buddhi. So that is the transformation from manas to buddhi tattva. So that simile is for buddhi. Underline that, shloka number 34. Yes, shloka number 35. So considering these, buddhi indriya mano arthana vidyadyogadharam param chaturvimshati kohi esha rashihi purusa sanyakaha. So such kind of the 24 tattva purusha is also called as rashi purusha. Underline rashi purusha. Chaturvimshatika tattva also called as rashi purusha. So this is para, that is the superior of all. Yes, so shloka number 36 again, very very important. Rajastamobhyam yuktasya sanyogo ayamanant anantavad. So rashi purusha is predominant with rajas and tamas. Okay, so idu keltare which doshas are predominant. So rajas and tamas. Tabhyam nirakratabhyam tu satya vriddaya nivrittaye. So see, once the person is detached from rajas and tamoguna, so he will have the knowledge of satya buddhi anta. So rashi purusha predominant with raja and tamoguna. So that's why you get the concept of asatmindrata sanyoga prajnaparada and all. So because of predominance of rajo and tamoguna, person indulges in adharmika activity which leads to disease. To get rid of the disease and the upada, that is the final outcome of the person to attain the moksha. So raja and tamas, underline. Okay, so next is importance of atma. So importance of atma for everything. So ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂನು the karta and bhokta, karma phala, everything, the bhokta is atma itself, not the sharira. To give the importance, they have given the simile here, shloka number 43 and 44. Kritam mritandakaschaiva kumbhakara dhrite ghatam. Important. So you have mud, pot, mud, the stick, everything. So if you don't have kumbhakara, you cannot prepare the kumbha. Okay, even the griha also. So you have all the materials, but if you don't have grihakara, you cannot prepare the griha. In the same way, if atma is not there, so it cannot do the bhoga of everything. So the simile is for atma, very very important. Underline that. So vina karta, so that is karta is atma here. Okay, so few do not believe atma. Okay, so they say it is the sharira which takes the birth and do the bhoga. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ಲೋಕ ನಂಬರ್ 46, 47, in that context they have told about niratmavadi, that is kshanabhanguravada, mainly proposed by Bauddha Darshana. Okay, they say that it is sharira itself is the atma, so which does bhoga of everything and which gets died ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So just you go through that kshanabhanguravada concept told by Bauddha Darshana. So there again Charaka says you have to believe through Agama Pramana. In Agama it is told Atma is existing and Atma is having karma phala. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಇದಿಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡಿ. Next, ಶ್ಲೋಕ number 53. So utpatti of Purusha. Prabhavo na hi anaditvat. So it is anadi. Purusha is anadi. So there is no karana for it. Prabhavo na hi anaditvat. Because of anadi, there is no cause for the utpatti. You don't know karana for utpatti. And Rashi Purusha is predominant with moha, icha and dvesha. Moha, icha, dvesha, karmajaha. The next Purusha, the Atma is Nitya or Anitya. You have shloka number 59. Shloka number 59. The Anadi Purusho Nitya. You have two forms of Purusha. One is Paramatma and one is Jivatma. So Anadi Purusha is Nitya. So that is the previously whatever we have discussed. So Hetuja, that is with Rasjas and Tamos is Anitya. That is Jivatma is Anitya. Rashi Purusha is Anitya. Underline that. So Paramatma, so whatever we have discussed in the first chapter Sutrastha, Nirvikara Parasvatma, he is Nitya and Jivatma is Anitya. Rashi Purusha is Anitya. So the synonyms they have given, shloka number 61, Avyakta Kshetrajna is for Atma, synonyms for Atma. Avyakta, Kshetra, Shashvata, Vibhu, Avyaya. Shloka number 61. The synonyms for Atma. Kshetra is Sharira, Kshetrajna is Atma, Shashvata, Vibhu. So two forms of Atma in this they have given Paramatma and Jivatma. That is important, underline ashte. Yes. So among the 24 tattvas, which is Prakriti and which is Vikriti, it is told in shloka number 63 and 64. So Ashta Prakriti. Ashta Prakriti, Khadini, Buddhihi, Avyakta, Ahankara and Tata Ashtamaha. So the Vikaras are 16, Shodasha Vikara. So the Prakriti, which originates from something and which gives rise to something. Vikara, which originates from the previous Tattva but will not give rise to anything. Shodasha Vikara and Ashtaprakriti, important, underline all those. So Pancha Jnanindriya, Pancha Karmendriya with Manas and Pancha Mahabhutas are considered as Shodasha Vikara, 16 Vikaras. So Pancha Tanmatra comes for Prakriti. Pancha Mahabhuta comes for Vikriti. So Kshetra, Kshetrajna terms you remember. Shloka number 65. Kshetrajna is Atma, Kshetra is Sharira. Yes. Shloka number 68. Finally for Pralaya. So that is for the Moksha. Shloka number 68. Avyaktat Vyaktatam Yanti Vyaktad Avyaktatam Punaha Rajasthamobhyam Avishtam Chakravat Parivartate. Underline the shloka, important. So during the Pralaya, there will be Viyoga of Ashtaprakriti and Shodasha Vikara. So Avyakta becomes Vyakta and Vyakta becomes Avyakta. Shloka number 74, important. Shariram hi gate tasmin shunyagaram acetanam panchabhutava sheshatvat panchatvam gatamuchyate. So Sharira is Shunyagara. So without Atma, it is like a empty place. Nothing will be there. So once death occurs, so when Panchamahabhuta, Panchatanmatra all gets leaner, so it becomes Shunya. That shloka is important. So there, before that shloka, they have given the Atma Gunas, Pranapano, Nimeshadya, full kottidare ನೋಡಿ. All these are the lakshanas of Atma. Pranapano, Nimeshadya, Jivanam, Manaso, Gatihi, Indriyantara, Sanchara, Prerana, Dharana. Important that is, okay? All the 3 lines. Ichha, Dvesha, Sukha, Dukkha, Prayatna, Chetana, Dhritihi, Buddhi, Smriti, Rahankaro, Lingani, Paramatmanaha. All 3 lines. So Atma Gunas, all these are Atma Gunas which is exhibited through Sharira. Okay, na? Fine. Next question is Atma is Nishkriya, how it does the Kriya. So shloka number 75 and 76. Achetanam, important shloka again. Achetanam Kriyavaccha Manaha Chetayita Aparaha. Manas is Achetana but Kriyavan, whereas Atma is Chetana and Nishkriya. So that combination you have to remember. Okay. So Manas is Achetana but Kriyavan. When it combines with Atma, it gets Chetana. Whereas Atma is Chetana Yukta but Nishkriya. When it combines with Manas, it does the Kriya. It exhibits its action through Sharira. So those two terms very, very important. Achetanam Kriyavaccha Manaha Chetayita Aparaha. चेतनावान् यतश्चात्मा ततः कर्ता निरुच्यते अचेतनावच्च मनः क्रियावदपि न उच्यते. So when Atma combines with Manas, so it does its action based on the previous karma. Okay. That's right. So till here you have the concept of Srishti. Okay. So from Avyakta till the formation of all the sense organs. So ಹೇಗೆ ಒಂದೊಂದೇ formation ಆಗಿದೆ, how it is interlinked, everything they have told. So from next onwards they tell you about the diseases, how the Atma gets the disease and how it does the how it is called as Bhokta of karma and karma phala. Okay, na? So we'll stop here. We'll take the test. Huh?